Hi, Paul. This is Brad White. I don't have time to get into playing the pan flutes and all right now. We're really busy. But let me try to answer some of your questions. How did you become interested in the panpipes? Well, I think I first heard them in the 1970s, Zamfir. I thought it was a really pretty sound, but at that time I was pretty involved with my other flutes and music and, didn't think I would take it up. But about 25 years ago, a student brought me a little pan flute, and I played around with it, put it up on my mantle, so to speak. And then one day I was looking for something new, a new sound to record, and I picked it up, and I thought, wow, that's a pretty sound. And I took it in the studio and spent an evening recording things with pan flute and piano, and I was going, wow, this is an amazing sound. I think I found my new sound, and then I was off. I was hooked. Um, I know that you play many types of panpipes and flutes. Do you have a particular favorite and why? Well, I like all my woodwinds. I love the Gemshorn. I'm quite an expert on recorders. I've got a lot of finger dexterity from all those years. But when I got into the panpipe, it sort of took over for me, and I felt that it had more subtleties of expression. Has different kinds of vibratos. You can play soft, loud. You can play sweet. You can play chiffy. You can play vocal music, pop songs, jazz, classical. It just sounds good on everything. Some instruments sound better, let's say, in classical music, but the pan flute sounds better and sounds great in everything. Am I self-taught? Partially self-taught, and also went to Europe to study. And of course, when I started the pan flute, I had already played music since I was a kid. So at first, I moved quite quickly. Actually, I was in the studio recording right away. But I will say it was a good thing I went to study with some people in Europe, because I was doing things the wrong way, and I had to sort of unlearn bad habits. And it was good that I took the time and put the effort to get my technique correct. Who are my influences as a musician? Most of my influences are outside of the panpipes. I I love many other players, Uli Herkenhoff, Matthias, but I think my influences go back to people like John Coltrane, Eric Dolphy, Simon and Garfunkel. I played for 30 years with guitarist Lee Eisenstein. I don't really think in terms of panpipes. I think in terms of music and expression, and the panpipe's my tool. How do you feel inside when you're playing a piece that you love? Well, I'm moved. I'm always moved. If I'm not moved, I won't play. I mean, you have to be moved inside, otherwise your music is sterile. Um, I feel elated, or I feel sad. Um, I remember when I first tried to play Schindler's List, I couldn't stop crying because I had seen the movie, and I associated the horrible things that happened, uh, with Nazi Germany and all, and that melody. And so for a while, I could not play that melody. Every time I tried that melody, I started crying. It took me a long time to get less emotional, but still, when I play it, I'm crying inside, and I think as a musician, you can't be all macho and not let yourself feel things. Otherwise, you're cheating yourself and your audience. Favorite accompanying instruments to the panpipes? Well, I guess my two favorites are the guitar and the piano. But really, the pan flute sounds good with just about any instrument. It sounds great by itself. Sounds nice with plucked string instruments, and not all instruments blend so well. For instance, the recorder and the piano, I don't really like that combination, the recorders. But the pan flute and the piano complement each other so well. Um, More than anything, I guess it's that communication between the players. You know, back at my shop, you have about 50 pieces to choose from. I'm playing with pianist Pierre Grill. I'm playing with guitarist Lee Eisenstein. So go to my shop at panflute.net, no hyphens or space, or panfluteshop.com. They're both, it's a mirror of the same site. And I have a new section there called Pan's Gifts, and I have about 40 or 50 pieces there.